The recording is started. I have started the recording with the session, and again, I'm going to share my entire screen with you. I'm going to I'm going to share screen. I'm going to share screen with you. If my screen is visible and my voice is audible, please go ahead and type in the chat box visible and audible. Visible and audible. Good. So today we are going to start with the new session, new topic. So content is simple numerical and axially loaded member today we are looking for. So axially loaded member, the axially loaded member have axial forces which produces the either elongation or the compression, as we have seen tensile force, compressive force, and resultant elongation and the compression. The problems of axially loaded member can either be of statistically determinate or indeterminate. So what is statistically determinate and what is statistically indeterminate section that we have to see. So statistically determinate member is a member which has to fulfill the requirement of summation of fx equals to 0, summation of fy equal to 0, and summation of moment about m is equals to 0. So this is the condition of equilibrium. Those structural member or those structural body or those element who has fulfilled the requirement of uh, condition of equilibrium, that is summation of fx equals to 0, summation of fy equal to 0, and moment about any point, summation of moment about any point equal to 0, that structural member is called as a statistically determinate member. And the structure or the body who has filled the condition of statistically determinate member along with the equation of x square plus bx plus c as equals to 0, that is it satisfies the condition of any equation as equals to 0, is known as the indeterminate structure or indeterminate member. So what exactly this is, why this is required, or why, how to calculate the load on the structural member, or how to calculate the elongation, or how to calculate the elongation compression of the forces, elongation compression of the material due to the application of different forces, that we are going to look for. Okay. So which are the different element that we are looking for? We are looking for uh, one, two, three, four, four type of the element, and maybe this type of the numerical is not asked in the examination, but one, two, three, four, and five. This five type of the numerical that we are looking for. Okay. Axial diagram. Okay. Axial force diagram for the axial loaded member. So how to solve the numerical? That is the question. Or what type of the numerical are there in the examination? Okay. Axial force diagram is a graph. Axial force diagram is a graph showing the variation in the internal axial forces in an axially loaded member along its length. Means what? Up till now, we have seen the member which is subjected to loading at its either end. Either the body is in tension or in the compression, but we have not observed the body loaded internally. So right now we are looking for the body which is body or member which is loaded internally. It can be drawn by first finding the forces at the different parts of the member using the method of section and then plotting its respect to the position along the bar. So what are the fundamental or what are the things that we have to focused whenever the condition of the body is observed that the body is loaded to the different members. So in that case, we have to separate out the body and we have to identify the intensity of the load acting on a different points. How to solve? There are few steps that we are going to follow. Step number one, starting from free end, make free body diagram of each member and hence find forces in each member. First condition is whatever the body we are having, whatever the numerical we are having, first target is to draw free body diagram. Free body diagram, it has to be started from the free end. Okay, so starting from free end, make a free body diagram of each member. Next, find change in the length of the each body and find total change in the length of the bar. So first thing is draw free body diagram, and second is find out elongation or the compression in each member and then go for the addition or subtraction. This is the step number 2. Okay, so I'm repeating these things. Try to understand up till now what I told you. Whenever the body, whenever any body is there, up till now what we have studied the body which is loaded at the either end. Now this is the separate case. This is a different case. In that case, we are looking for the body in which the body is loaded either to either end as well as internally. In that case, how to solve? There are few steps. Step number 1 is we have to draw the free body diagram. Okay. Step number 1 is what we have to do. Step number 1 is what we have to do. We have to draw free body diagram. What we have to do? What we have to do? We have to draw free body diagram. Everybody, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Step number 1, what we have to do?
Free body diagram.
We have to draw free body diagram. Perfectly correct. Step number 2. Step number 2, what we have to do? We have to identify the elongation or the compression on every body. And step number 3 is we have to go for the addition or the subtraction based on the pattern of the numerical. These are the 3 steps that we have to follow. So these things will be very clear for you with the numerical. So I'm going to start with the numerical. So everybody please go ahead and take down the numerical. This is the numerical. Everybody, either you can take a screenshot. If you have notebook, you can draw this diagram. Try to understand the numerical. A steel bar 6 centimeter square cross-sectional area. A steel bar is 6 centimeter square cross-sectional area. So what is this 6 centimeter square is? What is this? What is this 6 centimeter square? What is this?
Cross-sectional area.
That is area is given to us. Very good. It's carrying a load as shown in the figure. So this is the body which is subjected to loading. This is the body which is subjected to loading, having the cross-sectional area of 6 centimeters square. Now, determine the total elongation of the bar. Take E is equals to 210 GPa. So E for this structural member is given to us, that is 210 GPa, which is nothing but how much in MPa or Newton per mm square? 210 GPa means how much MPa?
210 into 10 raised to 3.
Perfectly correct. 210 GPa means 210 into 10 raised to 3 MPa. So 210 into 10 raised to 3 MPa means how much Newton per mm square? 210 into 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to
3.
10 raised to 3. MPa means how much Newton per mm square?
10 raised to 6.
Above 200 into 10, 210 GPa means 210 into 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 3 MPa means how much Newton per mm square? Means how much Newton per mm square? This quantity is equals to how much
10 raised
Newton
to
per
3.
210 into
10 raised to 3.
10 raised to 3
Newton per mm square.
Newton per mm. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means MPa is nothing but Newton per mm square. Okay, that is correct. Fantastic. Now this is the case. This is the first case that we are going to study. Now how to solve that type of the numerical? Okay. Let's start. Try to understand this numerical. I'm going to explain this numerical only once, and later on you have to solve this type of the numerical. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste that over here. Okay. So this is the case. Now first step. What is first step? What is the first step? We have to draw separate body, that is free body diagram. This is a loading diagram. Okay. This is called as a loading diagram. Okay. Now I'm going to draw free body diagram. So free body diagram, it is like this is first. I'm going to copy this. Second. Third. Now here it is A, B, C. So here it is A, B, C. So I'm going to write down A, B. Okay. So it is A, pen कुठं आहे? So it is A, B. See, this is A, B. That section would be, हे काय असेल? याला मी नंबर देऊ का पहिले? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. ठीक है? Here it is A, it is B. So what is the name over here? If this is A, AB, so this is what?
CD.
No.
BC.
Section 2 का?
BC.
It is BC. Perfectly correct. This is BC. So if it is BC, then what is this?
CD.
CD.
Perfectly correct. समजलंय कुठून आलं? इथं बघायचं वरती 1, 2, 3. 3 section. 1, 2, 3. So it is first section is AB, section second is the BC, section third is the CD. Clear? This is what your free body diagram is. This is your free body diagram. ठीक है? Now what I am going to do? Now I am going to apply the forces. Here you have to be very careful. Here you have to be very careful. Now look at AB, that is section 1. Okay. 9 kilonewton force is applied at A, 2 kilonewton force is applied at B, 3 kilonewton force is applied at C, and 4 kilonewton force is applied at D. Over here, we have to use some sign convention. I'm going to write down. The force which is moving towards positive x-axis, these are taken as a positive. The force which is moving towards negative x-axis is taken as a negative. Okay, this is 1. This is first we are going to consider. Okay, second, we have to, second step is we have to, if the forces are moving in the same direction, means if the case is like this, or if the case is like this, we will add. Okay. If the forces in negative direction, opposite direction, means like this or like this, or if it is going like this or like this, we will subtract. Okay. If here it is like this, so whenever the subtraction takes place, we will apply the sign of higher force. These 3 parameters you have to focus on. Okay. First thing is, if the forces are moving in the positive direction, if the forces are moving in the positive x-axis, the forces will taken as a positive. If the forces are moving in the negative x-axis, they are taken as a negative. If the forces are moving in the same direction, we have to add it. If the forces are moving in the opposite direction, we have to subtract it. When there is a subtraction, the sign of or the direction of the forces which is higher, we have to give it. So how to apply that, we'll be looking for. Okay. Now start from free end. We have to start from free end. Okay. So 9 kilonewton. Tell me the direction of force in which it is moving. It is moving in positive x-axis or negative x-axis?
Positive
Positive.
x-axis.
It is moving in the positive x-axis. So I'm going to apply. Here it is 9 kilonewton force. So as per the law of equilibrium, we have to balance this. 9 kilonewton. Try to understand the terminology because I'm unable to write properly on the pen. Section AB is clear to everybody. Why 9? Everybody, section AB is 9. Why AB is 9? Everybody understood? Yes or no? Or shall I repeat? Everyone. Shall I repeat? Or everybody understood? हेलो, समझते हैं कि मैं क्या बोलते थे? मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, somebody has raised the hand. Yes, sir. कौन नीलेश कुंवरला समझता है? Anybody wish to ask me something? I am just going to explain this numerical. You have to solve others. So even though if we have to spend 1 hour on that numerical only, you have to be very careful about that because I'm going to give the assignment based on this too. It is clear to everybody how this come 9 kilonewton and 9 kilonewton. Okay. Up till this, everything is clear? Yes or no? I guess Jagtap or somebody is there. Anjali Sant or Jagtap is there. It is clear? Up till this is clear? Okay. I am going to apply force from the free end as 9 kilonewton. I am going to mark here it is 9 kilonewton. Okay. As per the law of equilibrium, I am going to balance the structural member by the application of equal and opposite forces. So I am going to apply 9 kilonewton. As over here it is 9, so I am going to apply over here, and I am just balancing this. Okay, clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Everybody has to be very interactive. Everybody has to be very interactive. Let me check. Ahir Abhijit, Bagulom, Sheetal Jagtap, Shinde Neeraj, Sonu Sansare, Anjali Sant, Kalpesh Patil, Nikam, Nilesh Kuwar, Pansare, Rahul, Rushikesh, Sahil and Saurav. Everybody has to be very active. 9 kilonewton, I guess it is clear. Now look at the section B. Over here it is a B. Over here it is a B. Point B. This is B and this is also B. Okay. This is a B and this is also B. But in actual practice, let me change the color of pen. This is B and this is also B. Okay. And over here B point is there. Now here it is 2 kilonewton force which is moving towards left hand side or right hand side, or this is moving in the positive x-axis or negative x-axis?
Negative x-axis.
Negative x-axis. Clear? So how much quantity of the force that I have to add over here so that the addition of this B and this B will be -2. 9 kilonewton is over here, which is moving in the left hand side. So I want 2 kilonewton as a resultant. I want 2 kilonewton as a resultant. So how much force I have to add in 9 so that there will be 2 kilonewton is a magnitude. I have to add or I have to subtract. मला 9 मध्ये ऍड करायला लागेल की वजा करायला लागेल तेव्हा उत्तर 2 येईल. 9 minus how much is equals to 2? 9 minus how much is equals to 2?
7.
9 minus 7 is equals to 2. करेक्ट. मला हे उत्तर पाहिजे 2 किलो न्यूटनचं, तर मला 9 मधून 7 मायनस करायला लागेल. बट 9 इज in which direction? It is in moving in the left hand side, so negative x-axis. So what I have to do, I have to apply opposite, because if the forces are applied in the same direction, there will be addition. So, but we have to do subtraction. So we have to do subtraction means we have to apply negative force. Means over here it is, if it is moving in the left hand side, we have to apply a force which is moving in the right hand side. How much quantity is there? It is 7. Why 7? Because 9 minus 7 is equals to 2, and the direction is in the negative x-axis. Have you got my point? समझलं का? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Anybody? Okay, good. So here it is 7. So I'm going to balance this as by 7. So what about D? What about C? Here it is again, C is here 3 kilonewton. Now C it has some 7. So can anybody tell me how much force I have to apply over here so that the resultant will be 4?
4.
4. In which direction? Towards positive x-axis or negative x-axis?
Negative.
Positive x-axis or negative
Negative.
x-axis? Negative x-axis.
Positive x-axis 4 and negative.
Positive x-axis means such a way. Negative x-axis means such a way. So which, first or second? Tell me, first or second?
First.
First. Everybody agree with this?
Yes.
Okay, so the first is the answer. So I'm going to apply how much? How much?
4.
4.
4.
4.
Why 4? Because 7 minus 4 is
4.
equals to
3.
3.
But how 7 minus 4 is equals to 3, correct? So I'm going to apply force equals to C. 7 minus 4 is equals to 3. Let us check the quantity C, 3. So right now I'm going to apply over here for balancing purpose 4. Now if this quantity and this quantity is same, it is said to be your answer is correct. By default, you have not calculated the quantity already, na? It came by the calculation up to C. If this and this both are matching, it means whatever the calculations you have done, it is perfectly correct. So I guess it is clear to everybody how to draw free body diagram and how to calculate the unknown magnitude of the forces on every structural member. Everybody understood? Or shall I have to repeat? Everybody understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. This is very important point. Huh? Okay, so what we have done, let us check. So we have something with us, that is what we know, the area we have with us, that is 6 centimeter. So 6 centimeter square area is nothing but 600 mm square. So E is given to us, that is 210, GPM is 210 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. So length of AB is 75 centimeter means 750 mm. BC, length of BC is 50 centimeter means 15 to 10, that is 500 mm. Length of CD is equals to 75 means 750 mm. This is given to us. What they told us to calculate, to find. Let me put it over here. To find what is to be identified. delta L is equals to how much? They told us determine the total length. I'm going to write delta P. I'm going to write delta D over here, no? Or small t. Total. So right now we have to identify the elongation in this, elongation in this, elongation in this, means elongation in the AB, elongation in the BC, and elongation in the CD. So what we have calculated, let us check. 997, 9977 and 44. Have we calculated this? 9977 and 44. So 9977 and 44, whatever we have done, it is correct. So what is the intensity? Which type of the force is this? 9 kilonewton, it is tensile or compressive?
Tensile.
It is 9 kilonewton is tensile.
Compressive.
Okay, very good.
Compressive.
Compressive. 7 kilonewton is tensile or compressive?
Compressive.
Compressive.
4 kilonewton is tensile or compressive?
Compressive.
Compressive.
Compressive means ultimately whatever, because of the application of this type of the forces, the structural member is subjected to the compressive forces. So there is a elongation or compression in the structural member. There is elongation or compression in the structural member. याची लेंथ वाढेल की कमी होईल?
Kami.
कमी होईल.
कमी होईल. So there is a compression. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to add delta L of AB plus delta L of BC plus delta L of CD. So addition of these three is nothing but the total change in the length. Let us do delta L of AB. So delta L of AB means PL upon AE of A. PL upon AE of AB. So what is PL upon AE? P is 9. Why 9? Because here it is AB is 9 kilonewton as a compressive. So it is 9 into 10 raised to 3. As it is there, it is a kilonewton. So it is 10 raised to 3. Let me put the bracket. 9 into 10 raised to 3 into 750 its length upon AE. Area is given to us, that is 600. E is given to us. So we have to calculate length of AB, delta L of AB, delta L of BC, delta L of CD. Similarly, why minus sign is taken? Because the compressive force is acting on that. So we have to calculate the magnitude of delta L of AB, delta L of BC, and delta L of and CD. Then what we are going to do? Then we are going to add all those delta L's, and then we'll be having the answers. So everybody, if you understood, then go ahead and find out the value of delta L of AB, delta L of BC, and delta L of CD, and tell me the answers. Those who have any doubt, query, they may can ask. Understood? Any doubt, any query? Anybody? Anybody, any doubt, query? It is 12:40 now. Any doubt, query?
No, sir.
Okay, please go ahead and calculate the value of delta L of AB, delta L of BC, and delta L of CD. Tell me the answer fast, quickly. I'm waiting for your replies. Huh? Waiting for calculations answers. Ahir Abhijit,
Yes, sir.
do you have any doubt, query?
No, sir.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Om Bagul,
Yes, sir.
are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Please go ahead and calculate. Nikam Pratik,
Yes, sir.
are you getting everything?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sheetal Jagtap,
Yes, sir.
are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Great. Shinde Neeraj. Shinde Neeraj. Shinde Neeraj. He is not there. Shinde Neeraj. You are busy somewhere. Please focus on lecture. Then Shinde Neeraj, where is Shinde Neeraj? Okay. Sonu Sansare.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Anjali Sant. She has joined lecture at first and she missed.
Yes, sir.
I called you so many times. Where are you? You are busy somewhere.
No, sir.
Please be attentive on the lectures. Okay. Be attentive. Okay. Kalpesh Patil.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting everything?
Yes.
Great. Krishna Nikam.
Yes, sir.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Poor Nilesh.
Yes, sir.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Answer है Avishkar.
Yes, sir.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Rahul.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Rushikesh.
Yes, sir.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sahil. Sahil Dangi. Sahil. You getting here? Sahil Dangi. Sahil, you're not audible. Saurabh Devre.
Yes, sir.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Tell me the answers, everybody.
Sir,
Delta, please. Tell me.
delta AB
Delta AB is equals to
minus 0.053.
0.053.
Yes, sir.
It is in mm.
Yes.
Delta BC
0.027
0.02.
0.027 mm. Very
mm.
good.
CD
Delta CD minus
0.023 mm.
0.03
mm.
Very good. So total deformation will be equals to times that total will be equals to delta L of T is equals to delta L of this copy equals to plus plus is equals to how much? This plus this plus this. Tell me.
Minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 3.
Minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 means 0.003 mm. Everyone, check it out the answers. Yeah, do I have answers? Let me check. I don't have answer with me. This is the correct answer. I have answer with me like this. Delta L of AB is equal to 0.053. But you are telling me 0.053 perfect. First answer is correct. Second answer is 0.0277, 0.02 perfect. Third answer is 0.0238, 0.0238, and total answer is, I have total answer as 0.105.
Yes, sir. Correct.
You are telling me something different, na? 0.003. Make addition of this. You are missing somewhere. I have answer. Everybody has to calculate because I don't have answer with me.
Minus 0.103.
So somebody has telling me a wrong answer. No?
03.
Tell me the
Minus.
answer.
Minus 0.1.
Minus
0.103.
103 minus 0.103. Okay, this can be the answer, no? Please do not go in overconfidence. Everybody has to calculate and don't trust anybody. The answer is answer that I have with me is 0.105, and you're telling me the answer is 0.103 minus. So it can be, you can write as 0.103 mm compression or contraction. Okay. So distance is never negative, so you have to give what is that minus sign indicates. So you 0.103 mm contraction. Okay. So this is the answer. Next numerical number next. This is the next numerical for your homework. The same numerical, but only the magnitudes are changed. The parameters I have changed. I'm going to add this numerical to your Google Classroom. So everybody has to solve this numerical. Let me add this to your Google Classroom directly, so that it will be very easy for you to understand. I'm just going to ask you. I'm just going to do everything in front of you. This is next numerical for you as a homework. Let me add this to where it is. Copy. Numericals I have already given to you. This is numerical number next. Image has been copied. Okay, I'm going to upload this first. This is the next numerical for you. Very simple numerical. Those who understood of numerical number 1, they can easily solve this numerical. Okay. Oh, this is not copy. Copy and okay. Here it is. Here it is your numerical number. Next. Number 3. Is it okay with everybody? Na? I'm not giving you a very tough task. I'm just doing this in front of you only. Everybody has to work on this. total 3 numerical as a part of assignment. The assignment has been modified into your classroom. Go ahead and solve this. Same numerical. Numerical number next. This is the same, no? 50 and 10. Same numerical. 50 and 10, same numerical. 60 and 10. The same numericals. Okay. So I'm not going to do this. Chalo. Let's help me with the solution. Huh? Take it out this numerical. Everyone, how much time do we have? Okay. Do we have time? Okay.
12:30.
12?
30.
Okay, so we have 3 minutes only. Let's have a numerical overview and try to solve it. Okay. An aluminum bar of uniform cross section area 300 mm square. So this is aluminum bar cross section of 300 mm square. It's subjected to axial force as shown in the figure. Okay, so this is the structural member. Loading is A, B, B, C, C, D is given to us 60, 30, 20 P, 200, 300 and 250. Determine the force P. P is to be identified. Require for the equilibrium of the bar. Also determine the change in the length of the bar. Take E is equal to 70 GPa. Okay, so we have to take area is given to us, E is given to us, lengths are given to us, and calculate the phi. So as we have to go for the equilibrium, so summation of all those forces should be equal to 0. So 60 plus minus 30 minus 60 plus 60 minus 30 plus 20 minus P. How much it is? 60 minus 30 is equals to 30. And then 60 plus 20 is 80. 60 plus 20 it is 80. 80 minus 30 it is 80 minus 30 50. So P would be equals to 50. Let us check. 50 kilonewton is the answer. Okay. X-axis moving toward the positive axis is plus, moving toward the negative axis is a minus. So addition of all those, we will have a P. Now we have all parameters we have with us. Then we have to determine change in the length. A is equals to 60. So on section, I have if I wish to draw a ABCD, 3 equilibrium diagram, if on the body AB, so can anybody tell me the force over this point and this point on AB? Can anybody? Can anybody?
60 kilonewton.
60 kilonewton on. If it is AB, so here it is 60. Compressive or tensile?
Compressive.
Very good. 60 compressive. Very good. Perfect. If it is CD, not CD, it is BC. Yeah? If it is BC, how much over here should be?
30 kilonewton.
30 kilonewton. Tensile or compressive?
Compressive.
Compressive. Okay. And what about CD? That is
50.
over here. That is over here. So this is very simple numerical, the same as that of the previously conducted numerical. Only the modification is over here. As a part of practice, you can solve this too. I'm going to apply this numerical as over here. Very simple numerical, so we can save the time. As a part of practice, everybody has to solve this. Huh? I'm going to upload this on your Google Classroom. Easy numerical, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Great. Everybody has to be very punctual and very attentive. Go ahead and solve this numerical. Copy. And paste. Okay. So today I'm going to stop over here. If anybody is having any doubt, query, then they can ask.